our science project, we are doing a force. What is a force, you might ask? A force is a push or pull
that acts on an object.
A force can cause a resting object to move.
Or it can accelerate moving objects by changing speed or direction. Today we are going to talk about net force. Net force is the overall force acting on an object after all the forces are combined. Forces in the same direction add together. So if Calen pushes that with a force of 5 newtons and John pushes with a force of 7 newtons, the net force equals 12. If the forces are in opposite direction, you subtract the forces. So if Calen pushes that with a force of 5 newtons and John pushes that with a force of 5 newtons, the net force equals 0. So the forces are balanced, which will be coming up in our video. The forces would be unbalanced if John pushes with a force of 7 newtons and Calen pushes with a force of 5 newtons, which gets you a net force of 2 newtons. This is coming up next in our video. Calen and I are doing an example of balanced forces. When the forces on an object are balanced, the net force is 0 and there is no change in the object's motion.
This is an example of balanced forces. When the forces on an object are balanced, the net force is 0, and there is no change in the object's motion. This is an example of balanced forces, where on either side the net force is 0. Pretty much nothing happening, but... When an unbalanced force acts on an object, the object accelerates in the direction of the unbalanced force.
No, you're going down. Go, das.
When an unbalanced force acts on the object accelerates in the direction of the unbalanced force.
When an unbalanced force acts on an object, the object accelerates in the direction of the unbalanced force.
Thing with 5 newtons, and Jaydan pushes on the thing with 12 newtons.
No, you're going down. Go, das. Wow.
I'm going against John next. Go. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, 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 yes. Oh. When an unbalanced force acts on an object, the object accelerates in the direction of the unbalanced force.